And we do start tonight with Commitment 2016 coverage. 2 days and nearly 20 declared or possible candidates for president. Nashua is ground zero for the Republican Party this weekend. Good evening, New Hampshire. I'm Tom Griffith.
And I'm Shelley Walcott. Day one of the First in the Nation Republican Leadership Summit is now in the books, but there's a big day ahead tomorrow. Our Adam Sexton gives us a look at some of the big names who stepped up to the podium today in the Gate City.
The First in the Nation Republican Leadership Summit is about more than just applauding an epic list of potential presidential candidates. On Friday, the activist base of the NHGOP came out throwing fastballs.
I don't want a coronation on our side by any stretch of the imagination.
I don't see any coronation coming my way, trust me.
Well, you know.
Questions of family and the past continue to trail son and brother of U.S. Presidents Jeb Bush, even as the former Florida governor tries to lay out an optimistic vision for the future.
I know for a fact we will not win if we just complain about how bad things are.
Former Virginia Governor Jim Gilmore went after President Obama, saying things can't get better until he's out of office.
President Obama doesn't believe in America. He doesn't believe in the America that I believe in, and I don't think he believes in the America you believe in.
The day's dominant topic, foreign policy. Former UN Ambassador John Bolton calling out the nuclear deal with Iran.
We see the Obama administration engaging in what I believe is the most serious act of appeasement by an American president in history.
New York Congressman Peter King took a shot at more isolationist Republicans.
You can't have candidates going around saying the enemy is the CIA, that they're more worried about being attacked by a missile from the CIA in Starbucks than they are about ISIS.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio delivered Friday's keynote speech saying the American dream is in doubt.
Why is this happening to the greatest nation in human history? And the answer is because we have too many leaders that are trapped in the past. People who think it's still the 20th century.
Former New York Governor George Pataki drew cheers promising to end a culture of corruption in the nation's capital.
The need to change the direction of this country's government, the need to take back Washington, to reduce its size, reduce its cost, reduce its intrusiveness has never been greater.
2012 contender Rick Perry, who just wrapped up a long stint as governor of Texas, says for Republicans, the light is at the end of the tunnel.
This is an incredibly resilient country. We've lived through a civil war. We've lived through 2 world wars. We've lived through a Great Depression. And we lived through Jimmy Carter. We'll live through Barack Obama. I promise you.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie said he will not be pandering for votes.
I am not going to tack and move and flip-flop and pander because I'm looking in your eyes trying to figure out what is it he wants to hear, tell it to you, and then pray to God that you don't remember what I said when I go and do the opposite, okay? That's not who I am.
In Nashua, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.